Good day, everybody. It is Saphora from Melbourne, Australia. I hope you have a good day. Hello, it's me again, and this today my topic is about health, destiny signs from Saphora. It's about a ghost rider. Sound very scary, but I will explain why I choose the title as Ghost Rider. It has to do with two stars, the ghost star and the rider again, the horse star. I like horses, you already know, and that is the topic for today. Alright, that's where you can find me. Normally I hanging around in that forum, the 5arts.info, and you can see send the email to seeker41truth. It's me, and I will plan it out to have your chart reading, and I send you to your email, or I make a video from YouTube and then I send the link to you. Alright, so we skip it and we go directly to the charts. So I'm just a beginner, so I tell randomly what I know, this within my knowledge, so try to understand. If you have any question, just send to my email. We go to Excel. So today is about a male. He born in 1942, 11 and 8, around 8 o'clock. So what kind of person it is? So we scroll it to up. We go again to the conception theory. I don't see any dangerous stuff here. It's maybe about the conception aura. The conception aura is about what he do during the community outside work. So he has a direct officer star. It means the leadership star. He can start a business if you want to refer that. And body wealth is indirect wealth, so he earned extra money from the third person or the third party. So we go back to the 4 pillar, that is the 8 characters. So this tell about his year, the month, the day and the hour. So he's born in a horse year. Horse year is considered as a masculine type, very manly type. Direct resource refer to his knowledge. He's really knowledgeable. He's very self-aware, respect boundaries. So all you can see, you read here under my notes. So I don't need to tell further what kind of person it is. 7 killing is the same. His kind of aura of charisma. It thrives from being powerful and influential. So he is also note of me. You can take it. It's normally 7 killing is kind of unconventional power that he want to achieve. And also one of the bad thing of 7 killing is he make the decision very emotional. So he think very carefully, but when he make the decision, there's no way back. So he will never regret of his decision. That's why the 7 killing one it is considered as a bad star. And also the hour, when you're late in life, hurting officer is more like an output star, your expression, very talented star as well, but it's a hurting officer. It means he talk back. Officer is considered as like your boss or your father, so it hurts your father or it hurts your boss by talking back. So it's expression star. Further is about the 5 organs network. We start in 8 characters. The day masters is here, the day. Yin wood is kind of small plant are like a rose, or you can consider as grass. The one positive about the grass or type is is very low on the ground. So when the big winds is coming, it survives. So it's like a kind of a wheat blend. If you have the like big tree, it will catch big winds and will break easily. So this is a kind of survival plant, small grass plant. And wood refer to the liver. So although it's the liver is not too strong, because when you hear horse is the fire element, the pig is the water element. You could say, hey, water support the liver, so the kidney support the liver, so the liver is not too weak as well. So as you can see here, the same gang and the opposite gang. So there's a lot of direct resources or resource element to support his day master. So the liver is not too weak. And then you go to the liver, is wood, support the fire, his heart. So he is born in the year of the horse. So normally year of horses are very strong fire. So his heart is not too weak as well. So after fire, the other man is support the earth. Earth is digestion system. Or so he has the dog and the ox are considered as the earth element. So his digestion element is quite good. Only there is dog and the ox is a half, we call it the earth penalty. I call it the guard formation. G is the goat, O is the ox, D is the dog. So the half guard formation. I will come back why is this important, because it's related to health. And earth support metal. Metal is the lung. As you can see, he has one metal. So but the metal need to support, but it's been drained out by water, and then also been drained out by the wood in the left side is his day master, and under is water as well. So you could say, hey, earth support metal, why is the lung weak? So normally the ox is actually the end of the water season, so it's in cold period or near the water period, and the dog is as well. This is the end of the metal season. So lung is quite weak, not too weak, but it's not superior strong. So I would think so the metal is the lung is quite weak in his formation, because the dog is more the earth penalty area, not that supporting the like the monkey or the rooster, that is metal season, so it will support the lung. But I don't see here any rooster or the monkey pillar, so I consider this the lung is quite weak. So here is my notes: the flower romance, the peach blossom. So he's 5 the horse. The horse pillar is, so he non-masculine, but also he has also is quite romantic guy. And also here the traveling horse, so he like to travel as well. Powerful mentor, he definitely has a teacher to teach him about in general in life. Also spiritual star, we coming back, so that kind is spiritual guy. And the 10-year look pillar, it starts from the red to the rabbit. So we talk about his metal, his lung is not supported. So only when you after 60 years old, maybe he land in the area of the earth where he supported lung. But when he's too old, then the metal, the lung is not significant anymore. But I skipped quick look to the emperor star, what I'm passionate about. And you can see here, emperor star, we look is let at the life balance. Life balance is referred to 80% importancy. Then opposite is the travel, is 10%. And the triangle is the wealth and career, another 5% each. So it tells roughly about him, the 100%. So but there normally I look at in Emperor star is are you controlling your life, or are other people who have more influence on your life? If you have to want more control of your life, you have more leadership star. Like in the government, you need leadership, and the best is to have the Emperor star in your life balance. But in this case, his life balance Tai Yin and Tai Yang is the Sun and the Moon. But luckily, he has helpers Yubi and Sufu. It says about very intelligent guy, very intelligent, knowledgeable man. As you have seen in the 8 characters, it's about direct resources. It's about knowledge. So this guy have a lot of knowledge. Not only, and we look at career, Ching Lang Hua Lu. It's very knowledgeable man. We will very Ching Lang is more the elder, like more knowledge-wise guy. Only his wealth palace is empty. But normally if it's empty, we can consider as look at the opposite is a fortune palace. There is human and Tian Yi, a knowledgeable, but human is kind of dark star. So his wealth is considered not too good. But he's the man. He didn't focus not only the wealth. He's more the knowledge consultant, because Yubi and Sufu is consultant. Hua Ke is about intelligence, about diploma, about success, fame and recognition. Career, if career about Hua Lu is a wealth star, so that he will make a lot of money about his career. Secondly, that's the more I think he is quite good. In general, only the problem is Tai Yin and Tai Yang is the Sun and the Moon. The Sun and the Moon never shine in one place. If it's evening, like 2 hour, 2 court is like in the evening. If in the evening the moon is shining very brightly, it's like you hear number 1. But the sun don't shine at night, so the sun is depleted. It is also because we have talked about he's born in a year of the horse. A year of the horse is a very masculine man. Very, but why is in his life balance the moon? The moon is very female-like and very strong. So in 8 characters, you don't see what his mentality is, what his inner emotion is. In Emperor Star, you see it very clearly. It's the sun, his manly personality is depleted. So the horse is masculine, but maybe the inner emotion, the manly is almost depleted. And the moon is very female-like, it's more expression. It dominates his life. And coincidence, that person is gay, is homosexual. I mean, if you look at 8 characters, it's a horse, like a man, very manly type. But you can Emperor Star, you can see here his manly personality is depleted. The sun is depleted. There's also secondly, and the moon shining bright. There's a female. That's why his inner emotion is confusing. That's why he don't know what's happened to him. So that's why the gender is a little bit confusion. Secondly, Tai Yang and Tai Yang is about parents. You can see here parents, the man, the father is almost depleted. So there's something happened to his father as well. So his father is very weak, his mother is very strong. Somehow it's happened to his past, and one of the thing is he's adopted. So that's the reason why his father is not there for him. So he will have to go to another family. But you can see what beside the bad news of that, he has a lot of very consultant knowledge and very smart guy. So he later in life he become one of the best astrologer. So that's the direction. You can see he is also very very beautiful star located. Ching Lang and Tai Yin. Tai Yin is the moon, very mysterious. And if you have the Tai Yin, is the moon is more spiritual side of that. That's why we have seen in the 8 characters calculation. He is very spiritual guy. You can see here. I scroll it down. So here the spiritual star already has in his having a fertile is there, very fertile guy. So we go back. So that's one. The opposite is travel. Travel is not too good. We Ting Kong is like very the emptiness star. We have to be careful that. And also in his travel balance is where traveling or called the community is grave and being full, and being both are quite low grade stars to have. So that's when you see, hey, is your life being controlled by yourself of others? So he has no many leadership star. The leadership star are here the property. Luckily is one of his palace. The other leadership star are in sibling. So in sibling there are a lot of leadership stars here. One is Ting Fu and one Wu Ku. There are the financial stars in here. So we start at the beginning. There are 2 type of emperor star. One is we call that oldest star in the one palace, and the other one emperor star is the flying star, and we come later. So in general, what we see here, what kind of type he is. His parents, as long as his parent is very low star, Tang Lang, the opposite is Lian Chen. Both are more like enjoyable beach blossom star. So and also those stars more like sex, drugs and rock and roll. Very likely that's his parent, his father. We have seen Tai Yang here has some problem that he had been adopted. So his father caused a lot of problem in the parents' balance. Secondly, we call it for the fortune palace is so very important. It's a karmic palace, and also the body court. The body court is a second great palace we have. The first is the life palace. The second the body court. The body court. Body court is say about what he want to achieve during his life, and the wealth palace is that he is a hardworking guy. He want to earn money. Only there is no good ministers to support him. The opposite is the fortune. The fortune, it means the power of his past life, his ancestors. So his past life is what not too bright, because human is the dark star. So he had to had some common death in this life. So and things in the beach blossom star as well. So it's more like enjoyable in the past life. Okay, and those 4 star we call the Hoa Ke, Hoa Quang, Hoa Lu and Hoa Ji. Those are more the karma, the karma death from the previous life that he had to carry from this life. So what he earns is we have lucky is Hoa Lu in Korea, so that's good. He make a lot of money. His career is very blossom. So and Hoa Ke in his life, so fame and recognition, that is very good too. Only Hoa Quang is in property, so he had a lot of trouble to find a good house. So if he's have a family, he probably being the boss in that house. And also he has a lot of power into his family, but we have told you before, he's gay, so he probably even he's gay, he dominate. He's the man between the 2 men. All right, and That's one point. That's about his property. Secondly, we can go further. What's important to his life is the sibling here. That is his karma, because Huaji is here focused in here. Normally those two are very important for his finance, because there are two finance ministers are here that control his financial system. Only there is some very dangerous dark star inside, so very likely he won't get help from his brothers and sisters. So they only cause him problem for that. That is his karma debt from the previous life. And we go to his marriage. As we know, he's gay, so Ching Tong is like very soft, gentle person. Very likely, if he has a partner, the male partner, very like that male partner act more female like than him, because he even is gay, but you can see here in the Emperor star is in a property. He dominate in that home, so very he's more strong personality than his other partner, the male partner. This one is more very gentle person. And if the opposite of the marriage is also very kind star as well, so we can conclude it, if he has a male partner, that male partner is more softer than him. He make a decision between two of them. And the children, children, as long as K person, we can see here he can adopt children. Yes, Po Yun is very aggressive star to have in the children palace. If you're female and you have that star, very likely something happened during your pregnancy. So very be careful if you are female and you have Po Yun in the children palace. And those stars are very aggressive as well, so I recommend him not to even adopt children. But the children palace also refer of his sex palace, and it's he's quite good in that. So that's because that one is very we call that intimacy star, or more aggressive is the sex star. So it's if you're about gay, we look at his health palace. Health is for a gay person, very important, or even normal straight person is very important. And this is about his kidney network. So normally his prostate will have to be careful that, because it's also the dark star, the ghost star is in the health palace, and there are a lot of co-star in the health palace as well. So very likely his health will suffer. Okay, that's roughly in overview what he want to achieve. We can see here in summary, he had a very good commercial stars, and also in his career. So very he will make good money for that. We skip now to the flying star. So here is a flying star. This there are two types, as I told you. There's a two type of the Emperor star technique. One, this no more everybody can see that, but this is more the flying. It's about the cause and the consequences, about the karma. So the Emperor star is very resourceful. Normally had in according to some belief, the Buddhism belief, or the way of the Tao. Emperor star have three layers. One is more the spirit dimension. One is the man, that we are, the living dimension, and the other one is the God, the Buddha, and the deities dimension. So roughly all the three dimensions are in this chart, as you can see in front of you. So if you can control the Emperor star, you control all the three dimensions as well. So some master more like how to improve their their destiny by controlling or manipulating the spiritual dimension, the kind of the priest. Through rituals they can manipulate to the spirit dimension, and I'm not involved in the spirit or in the God dimension. I'm more focused on the man. So if you control the man dimension, you control as the other three as well. But normally I don't have any tricks or traits. I just follow the traditional medicine, and one of the traditional medicine is the blood and the chi. And we come back about chi. If you improve that, you improve also your destiny. And very in summary, over the years I try to find solution to improve the destiny, and only at last only I can figure it out is try to reduce consuming meat. That's one of the reason I become vegetarian in 2013. But the best is to be vegan. But yeah, sometimes you drink coffee with milk, so it's not total vegan. So we come back to that male. He's born in 1941 in November, August and 8, and about roughly 20 or 8 hours, 8 p.m. is male. So we start with the flying star. Is more the consequences, the cause. But where I show you before the 12 palaces about his life. Like here, it had not many stars in my calculator, but roughly the flying star is enough to tell. So roughly you can see his self palace. They are very good. There's also they call the self Hwake. So even though he's famous, but he has some delay in that. But you see green line is the cause, and the red line is the consequences. So what he's achieved in life, what his goal in life. So the red line we follow, it says to the parents' palace. So the parents' palace has a lot of to do with him. And also the parent palace is the opposite of the health, as you can see. And the parent, you see here a lot of good star, very talented star, but also Ting Ma and Yin Sha. That we come back about the health. But those Ting Ma is about traffic, movement. Yin Sha is the co-star, and Da Hao and those both star, those it reflect the opposite one about spending money. So spend a lot of money in his health. So it gives already indication, hey, it's not good about his health. We go to his parents' palace. What does his parents' palace to do with him? In begin the self he lost, because he called the consequences to the parent. He lost his luck. So in general he has less luck than we thought he has. When they go to his parent contribute to him. His parents sent the consequences to the sibling. Sibling is considered is external, is not him, but also you can see here what's happening to his karma debt. So the karma debt from the parents that he had owned sent to her self chi and white chi in there, and the code that's opposite sibling is opposite of his friends. So it means a lot of lung. Vugu is also lung. So his parent, maybe he inherited about a weak lung. Vugu is also a lung function, and Hoaki is more like delay or obstruction or conflict is this lung. We come back later. So the parent is not helping him. Mental is a karma. His karma palace, also self-esteem palace as well. And that one, the red line, go to his parent, and so he in his past the karma life, the karma pass, it's sent to his parent, and parent class to the health. So the one of the reason why he maybe this life about his health, he must be careful of that, because his karma, this past life, sent to parent is classing the health. So roughly we can see, hey, something not good about this health, we figure out later. So the property is property that's good. When he have property, the assets, the money, if he want to invest, that is good, because it's the emperor star is here located. It's best if he want to invest in property or in land. He will be very rich. And also property, you can see property, it mean also house. House sign to Taiyang Huagi, it mean without the son, or without the man, or without the father. So it says very clearly that that when he was young, his father is not for him, so he had to be adopted. So it's very clear what's now the shining star. It means what's the consequences, the cause of his problem, the cause of his adoption, or the cause of why he's young, he had trouble with identity as well. Because you see here the property sign, the red star, the red line to the without man or without father. So it's very clear what his life was about. And our career, and the career you have seen is Halu. This he will deal with finance, business, so he will be successful later in life. That's correct. Also Hogwang self, a little bit pressure, a bit, but dealing with finance, but it also he lost a little bit power as well. And also the red star career signed to the red line Hoke, very famous or recognition star. So he very likely he will be success with his and famous with his career. He is one of the best astrologer in a Western country. He write a lot of books. That's why it's the why the Hoa Lu will be successful, and that's why the reason why is the two helper, the consultant, the consultant ministers for the emperor. So that's why the two consultant in his life. That's why he very smart, intelligent guy. And that's how he become one of the best astrologer in the Western country. When you go to his friends, we call his friends. Friends is try to. It's good, but normally the intention for the friends is to help him with his health. This is kind of the peach blossom star, or more like the intimacy star, or the enjoy about life as well. But Kisha and Tianxing are those by the heaven punishment, and also a lot of bad star. Kisha is more like had to do with a knife or very aggressive general. So it in beginning is a good intention to help his health, but also that is the consequences that he is go with his friend that give him the bad attitude or bad health as well. And Kisha combined with Ling Sen will be very bad, also as with the other bad star inside the health. So the friends, you say, hey, friends is well helping him, but the good intention, but the consequences are very bad. We go to travel. It has to do with recognition with the community, or traveling as well, or relocation of your house. Both are very bad star. Ting Kong is an emptiness star. Bin Fu is with health. sickness. Kwasu is more a lonely star. That we call that star is belong to the spiritual dimension, which follow him in this life. And it go to a mental star, called mental palace, with both human is a very dark star with self guang, very aggressive, unstable dark star here, and the mental will clash into this wealth. So wealth is also very bad star. That okay, it means when he will be success with his writing, make money, but somehow he will lose a lot of money with his friends or with other things involved. His health, I talk about his wealth again. The health shining in the mental again. So mental is the karmic palace. So his health has to do with his previous life, and it clashes with his wealth. So probably very likely he will lose a lot of money. That also Dahao, when you have Dahao in health, it means a lot of money is being spent for your health, sickness or other thing. We come back later. So wealth is also losing. We call the parent is the external palace. It's not you. So he will lose a lot of money for this wealth, because wealth go to parents and clash to his health. So all his money he's spending or will be go to his health. So even though we have seen that his career and his life very successful, but all his money will he lose because of that health issue. So the children, we know that each children he's gay. Luckily he has no children. Otherwise, his wife will have a miscarriage in the mouth form. In the worst form, very likely one of the children will have some kind of sickness. So his children go to his spouse again to external palace. So, if he had children, it will influence his career. So luckily he has no children. If he's adopt one, it won't bring him good as well. So he lose a lot of. We can see a lot of his life is more other people involved. And sibling, his brother. It's if he has sibling, you can see the red line to go to financial. So in his if he has sibling, it will end up in the jail or even lose be bankrupted. So that's very bad thing to have. So we have seen the emperor star, the two different methods. The first one is all the star involved, and this is more the cause and consequences of your previous life, this life, and the next life. It's very complicated. I will come back to that. It's very beautiful technique if your time is right. So we come back one of the why in 1994. I want to go back to 991, the year 1991. So what happened in year 1991? So we look at the lunar age. Lunar age is different than the solar age. That's how it calculate. So it's in the career palace. So I said, hey, this is the decade. In 1991 is the decade start in the career palace. So we go here. So we can see during his 43 years old to the 52 years old, he make a lot of money, because the red line goes to decade wealth. Decade wealth is his internal wealth. It's triangle wealth. So a lot of fame, recognition, and money come to his life. But we are interested in what happened in 1991. So in 1991, then we look at this decade health. So we can here see decade health. So during the 43 years old and the 50 years old, his health is in decade health. It has internal G, and you can see here Wuku, Ji, Huaji, and G as well. And self G, it means not good, losing luck, especially financial luck. And also self here is the health is internal health is not good. So so that 10-year period, his health is very bad. And we remember about his health. I talk about the 5 organ network. It's about the lung. Coincidence that during that 10 years the lung is working not properly. Wuku is about metal refer in the lung, and obstruction in the lung, it means kind of pneumonia or asthma, bronchitis. So that's what he will suffer during this 10 years about his lung. And when we see here in 90 specific in 1991, that is here, we set it here at the annual that year. So that year, what happened to that year? And you see here any health. And also 1991 is the year of the goat, and I mentioned before the year of the goat. The year of goat is the formation of the god formation. It is the god, the goat, the ox, and the dog. That's why I called it the god formation, or the earth penalty. The earth penalty, very like normally it's referred to health issue. And normally, if you understand about traditional Chinese medicine, earth destroy water. Water is your immune system or the kidney system. So earth penalty mostly refer to destroy the immune system. And what you can see annual health in 1991, the annual health is parents is opposite health, so it does have influence to his health as well in 1991. It's not coincidence. You see it very clearly. Annual health in 1991, coincidence that year he suffered from a lung illness. And why? You can see the red line you see here. Go to the Wuku again. Wuku, I told you about, that is financial star and lonely star, but also the metal star. The metal with G, the red Yi, internal G, self G, and a double G as well. At G is, the more G you have, the more obstruction, the more bad will arrive. And also in that year, is King Yang is very aggressive star with destruction, with knife, surgery, and Tinku and Tingshu above very sad, sorrow, and tear star. And also it had to do with his decade health as well. And any health sent to here, there is not coincidence about that health. So that year in 1991, he landed in a hospital about his lung illness and disease. And that's reflect very beautiful what you can see it here, trace back about the god formation, the earth penalty formation also in 1991. And that's very clear what's happening. And okay, we step further in 2004, another very specific year for him. So 2004, okay, we check 2004. We look again to his lunar age, where 10 Luk pillar is located. It's in here. We set here. Decade self is here. This location, the decade self, is where 2004 is located. So the red line again, we interested only the consequences. Go to mental human star. Alright, the human star is a dark star I am happy for. So during this 10 year, a lot of headache, worries about his wealth. Decade wealth is about worrying about his wealth. But we will see, of course, about this is health topic, and we can see what is in decade health. Where is decade health here again? So decade health is here. You can see decade health. So those 10 year again, it's go to decade friends. Decade friends is external. Again, you have to see about his lung as well. or more conflict stars. But that is not about his lung, but it's more about the bad star here in located. So you can see during that 10 years period, the 60 years old to 70 years old, his health is external, is not a good sign. So it has to do with his health during that time. But we want to more specific what's happening to why is I topic this. I will call this topic the Ghost Rider. So we look at the annual health. Okay, it's decade health, and health must be active. So somehow it's active. It doesn't mean that if your decade health is bad, it's bad to happen to you, but a lot of things to do with your health. That's for sure. So we go to 2004. Where's 2004 located? 2004 located is in here. See 2004 in there. It's about health again. So we set here annual health. Annual health. So that during that year, the red line in 2004, you can see here 2004 goes to annual health. Again, annual health is active. So that year, the special 2004 has to do with his health. And 2004 is Ching. Ching is part of the traveling star. With his Montpellier high is half traveling star. So it has to do with traveling then, 2004. The first 1991 is about the God formation, the earth penalty. And 2004 has to do with traveling. Okay, now we see more. Traveling, his health. So his health, where he's go? His health goes to Thailand, travel. Again, travel. It means his health has to do with travel. And any travel with the red line, it means clash into back to the self. Any health sign with travel, it means very bad. That's easy to remember. Health is about health and travel. If you the next my topic you will focus about health and travel. Those two are very important to have to do with your travel, and you have to do with your health, or because travel clashing with the health. And you can see here red line to travel with a lot of spending star normally, and health parent opposite health again. So what happened to this 2004? It will clash to his self, and also the parents palace, and parent clash to back to health, health go back to health. So you can see a very chaotic transition about health and the self. And what happened here? You can see it opposite back to his health is this life. It's about Ching Ma and Yin Sha. What happened in 2004? He just sitting there, just relax, drink coffee. Suddenly a truck hit the cafe and hit him. And what happened to the truck? The truck is Ching Ma. Ching Ma is like the transport, a movement star, but 4,000-5,000 years ago they don't have trucks, so they have a horse for transport. So what happened to that day? Transport, the truck is considered as Ching Ma, and Yin Sha is a coach star. So that 2004, when you can see here again, annual health go to back to travel, classic to health. So that day it almost killed him. The truck almost split his body in two. So his barely is alive. So it's very clear what happened in 2004. That's why I choose this title is the Ghost Rider, because Yin Sha is the ghost, Ching Ma is transport, is a rider. So coincidence that day he's been split by the truck in almost in half. You can see we are from flesh and blood, with a truck of more than 2,000 kilograms right through your body. I don't think it's nothing left, but luckily he survived. But I think there's not more than that. So it's where this technique, not only the Emperor star, the flying star, you see the cause and the consequences, or it can trace back to your karma, your past life, meaning this life, and also your next life. And you can see even he had very successful knowledge. He is very one of the best Western astrologer. And also not only that, he had a lot of money. He write a lot of books, but he cannot face the consequences of the karma debt, or what he's in the past had happened. He say, hey, what, I didn't do anything this life. I do a lot of things, but why I'm this life? I love man, and I get punished from my ancestor or karmic. That's only the Asian belief, or more the way of the Tao belief, or the Buddhism belief. We have the spiritual dimension, where the man dimension is we are here, and we have also the God dimension. So it's not only bad, it's if we have to focus also on the God and deity to support us. And in this chart there are a lot of a good star as well, but the karma debt is taking over. This means you in his past life is some debt, like the tax office, the end of financial year. If you have a lot of debt in financial year, don't think that the tax office will write zero to the next financial year. No, they carry over of your financial debt to your new financial year, and it's exactly the same as in our life. It's a karma debt principle. The method is exactly the same. If you have then been bad or have done very bad things in your past life, that karma debt is still there. It won't be put in zero. You will transfer into the next life, and you will carry out, you will pay it back. And that's the reason that this very powerful, very strong astrologer, but he cannot face his karma debt. And that's very clear what you can see about his health and his travel. I will consistently talking about the annual health and travel, the many next topic to come. Alright, thank you very much for everybody for my channel. I thank for watching, and if you are interested in my decoding, just feel free to write to my email seeker41truth@gmail.com. So I try to find time to read it for you. Although I'm a beginner, I'm still learning, but one day I will get there. Alright, just thank you very much again. See you next time. Bye bye.